Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Nate here, and Treyarch just released another patch nerfing everything in the game. I'm quitting. The world is ending. Game over. No, I'm just playing, guys, but they did make a lot of weird decisions that just make no sense. And the thing that Treyarch likes to do is they like to just look at numbers. They like to collect numbers on every single player in the game. You know, average KD, the percentage of people who use something in their creative class, and they take all those numbers, and if something's, higher than they expect or lower they expect, then they'll buff and nerf it respectively. And that's just not the way to go about doing things, because they're nerfing and buffing a lot of things that just don't make sense, don't need to be nerfed and buffed. And I think the best way to find out what is overpowered and what is underpowered is to actually play the game yourself, and I don't feel like anyone over at Treyarch really does that. They just kind of look at these numbers on a computer and they're like, oh, this has a lower KD than normal, so we should buff it for the 6th time. It's like, yeah, the shotgun's another buff. And don't get me wrong, I think the Haymaker was kind of weak. Don't mind that. But they increased the one-hit kill for the Argus when you're not aiming down sight, which makes no sense because I thought the whole point of that gun was to get one-shot kills only when you're aiming down sight and pretty much to get a hit marker every other time. But, yeah, so they nerfed the Reaper again, his scythe, and that just makes no sense because it was super overpowered in the beginning of the game, don't get me wrong. It was really fast to earn, and it had a lot of ammo and a lot of damage potential, but they reduced the ammo from like 200 to 160 to 120, and now it's down to 100 bullets. And it takes 5 minutes to get. It's the highest time to get out of any specialist weapon in the game, so it's going to take a long time to get, and then you're going to run through it real quick. I mean, if anything needed nerf for the amount of ammo it had, it was definitely the Purifier, because you could roast like 6 people in one little spawn trap and then run to the other side of the map and still have half your ammunition and just roast the other side. So, I mean, if they were to reduce that by like 25%, I'd be fine with. But the Reaper, I didn't think it was overpowered. I didn't think it was overused or anything like that. They did improve the Sparrow for the Outrider. You can pull it out faster. You can aim down sights faster. You could recover from sprinting faster with it, and you get more ammo. And the Sparrow was probably the least used specialist weapon that I ever used because it was just trash. It took a lot of skill to use, and for me, I don't like using a lot of skill for specialist weapons. That's why I use the Ripper or the Gravity Spikes, because it's just, easy one-hit kills all the time. And they did nerf the Ripper. They nerfed it so if you get killed while using it, you get less starting your next life, you get less specialist meter. And I guess that makes sense because you don't want people commando lunging all the way around the map. But they didn't fix anything like when you try to use your Ripper and that's just melee someone normally and then you get blown up instantly. It's just, it's a broken mechanic in the game and it's been 6 months and they haven't fixed it. Or another time if you're locked onto someone and you use it, sometimes it'll just lunge and miss, which totally shouldn't happen. But whatever. The thing that I don't get is the kinetic armor. I think that was one of the most balanced and fair things in the game, because it took a lot of skill to use. You didn't just have Juggernaut all the time. You couldn't just run around murdering people, never die. You had to use it at specific times. But they reduced its earn rate. It takes longer to get it now, which I didn't think, it just didn't need to happen. So I think they should have left it alone. That common saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a lot of things that they did fix, and I didn't think it needs to be fixed. They should have just left it alone. For instance, the CUDA and the VMP reduced aim down sight movement. I use stock anyway, but I can't imagine if you weren't used to use stock on those weapons, how slow you're just going to be running around. And I'm pretty sure the whole point of submachine guns is to be faster than assault rifles. So they keep on nerfing all these submachine guns, and I have no idea why. For instance, the CUDA, you aim down sight as slow as an assault rifle, and now you're probably going to move as slow as an assault rifle. So it's like, what's the point of using a CUDA? Why not just use an assault rifle if you could aim down sight and move as fast as the CUDA? But you have like a longer range. I'd rather have like a Man of War that has a beast 3-hit kill range compared to a CUDA. And there's just like no benefit of using a submachine gun anymore, I feel like. They did buff the Weevil. They increased the aim down sight speed, which is awesome. What else? They increased the 5-hit kill range. I think they should have added a 3-hit kill range. It's still a 4-shot kill. So it's kind of weak up close, but it'll definitely have a better hit at range. Same with the Razorback. They increased the 4-shot kill, which is pretty cool. I use that weapon all the time, and it would run in a 5-shot kill range all the time. And since it doesn't fire very fast, it kind of made it a slow-killing weapon. And it's just like every single patch that they come out with, it's just like every single submachine gun catches a nerf. But they did buff the HG40 from the supply drop, which is cool, I guess. Now it has a 3-shot kill range that's larger. I didn't even know it had a 3-shot kill range. Probably because I never used the weapon. Because I don't have it. Because it comes from a supply drop. Even though I have the Season Pass and the Juggernaut Edition and everything like that, I don't get all the special weapons and everything like that. It comes out of supply drops. So I don't even know if the HG40 is overpowered or underpowered. But whatever. And then, I don't know. Just, their decisions based on numbers make no sense sometimes. And they did do some really cool stuff that I didn't even think of. Like, they buffed the Rolling Thunder one more time. Because it still is pretty weak, they increased the drone count and the time it comes to come in. So it comes in super fast now and it has a lot more drones. The Wraps have more drones per drop, and they move faster. And they did a bunch of all these things that just make it more stable, like the maps and the game modes and the challenges. And yeah, it's kind of a weird patch. I'm not really sure how I like it. I haven't played it yet. I'm still on Xbox, and it comes out on Wednesday. It's already out for the PS4, so all of you PS4 peeps are going to have to tell me how you like the patch, if it totally ruined the balance of the game, if it just made it less enjoyable. Because in my opinion, I'd really love to see the submachine guns buffed. And they're never going to do that because they're just looking on numbers. But the submachine guns aim down sight as slow as an assault rifle, and they're going to move as slow as an assault rifle. And there's going to be no point of using them. And I have no idea why they're making the decisions that they do. But maybe PS4 peeps can tell me that it's no big deal, and then I'll be able to calm down. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I know it's kind of a ranty, complaining video, and I'm normally trying to be more positive, but I don't know, it just kind of makes no sense to me. And I'm not angry, I'm kind of confused if anything, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.